Yo, coffee crew. Welcome back to Been There, Sip That. I'm Rohit, your caffeine-fueled guide. And today we are embarking on an epic journey through the history of coffee in India. From a sneaky monk named Baba Budan to the buzzing coffee industry we know today. Buckle up, grab a brew, and let's spill the beans on how India became a coffee powerhouse. Our story kicks off in the 17th century. Think 1600s, when India was all about spices, silks, and zero coffee vibes. Enter Baba Budan, a Sufi saint and a total legend. This guy is on a pilgrimage to Makkah, sipping some banging Yemeni coffee, and he's like, yo, India needs this. Coffee was a closely guarded secret in Arabia, with beans boiled to keep them from sprouting. But Baba Budan? He's a rule breaker. He smuggles 7 raw coffee beans, tucking them into his robes or maybe his beard, who knows, the dude had style. He plants them in the lush hills of Chikmagalur in Karnataka, now called Baba Budangiri in his honor. Those 7 beans, they sparked a coffee revolution. Fast forward to the 18th century, and the British East India Company smells the coffee, literally. They're like, this is gold. And start planting coffee across South India's hills, Coorg, Wayanad, and the Nilgiris. By the 1800s, coffee estates are popping up like filter coffee stalls at a Chennai wedding. Indian coffee, mostly Arabica, starts shipping to Europe, where it's a hit for its smooth, bold flavors. But here's the tea. Oh, coffee. The British were more about profits than wives, so they pushed monoculture plantations, which wasn't exactly eco-friendly. Still, coffee's taking root, and locals are starting to seep it too. Enter the 19th century, and South Indian filter coffee becomes the OG morning ritual. Picture families brewing decoction in those iconic steel filters, pouring it between tumbler and dawara for that frothy flex. Chicory sneaks into the mix. Thank the French for that hack, adding a caramel kick to stretch the beans further. By the early 20th century, Indian coffee is a global player, but it's still a limited drink at home, mostly a South Indian thing. North India's like, chai is life, but the South's all, hold my filter kapi. Then comes independence in 1947, and India's coffee game levels up. The Coffee Board of India, formed in 1942, starts hyping up local consumption with campaigns like, yo, drink your own coffee. Estates in Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu are now growing both Arabica and Robusta. Robusta's the tough, high-caffeine bean that laughs in the face of harsh weather. By the 1990s, India's producing over 200,000 tons a year, exporting to places like Italy and Germany, where baristas are geeking out over our beans' chocolate, spicy notes. Now, let's zoom to today. India's coffee scene is straight up lit. We're the 6th largest coffee producer globally, pumping out around 300,000 tons annually, with Karnataka leading the pack at 70% of production. Specialty coffee brands like Blue Tokai and Araku are slinging single-origin beans, turning cafes into hipster havens. Urban millennials are swapping instant coffee for pour-overs, and coffee festivals are popping off in cities like Bangalore and Mumbai. Plus, small farmers in places like Araku Valley are going organic, sustainable, and fair trade, making coffee a vibe and a force for good. From Baba Budan's 7 smuggled beans to a $340 million export industry, India's coffee journey is a wild ride of flavor, culture, and hustle. So, next time you sip that filter kapi or nitro cold brew, raise a tumbler to Baba Budan, the OG coffee smuggler. What's your favorite Indian coffee moment? Drop it in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe to Been There, Sip That for more caffeinated adventures. This is Rohit, signing off. Stay brewed, stay awesome.